Hello, soul family. It's Breanne here from Trinity Home Healing. We're going to be doing a tarot spread today for all the zodiac signs in regards to the upcoming new moon in Pisces, which is happening here on March 10th. So I'm really excited. It's going to be a really interesting time. The new moon is all about making certain decisions and taking actions towards certain commitments. So we're going to see what messages Spirit has for each zodiac. So let's get into it. All right, let's see what we have for the Aries, the new moon. All right, Aries. So it looks like you guys are going to have a really transformative new moon cycle coming to play here with the new moon in Pisces. So if you guys have been having, it looks like maybe some hiccups or some delays and obstacles in the financial department, that's definitely going to be turning around for you guys. Especially if we look at the dice here, if we look at number 8 came out, and the eighth house is all about transformation. And you definitely have, it looks like you're taking charge of the situation and you guys are going after getting that money. You guys are getting your bag. You guys have a wonderful near future with aspects cards of the Ace of Pentacles. So you guys are finally like working together with your intuition, working with others. You have a victory here. And with that 8th house as well, it's always also about like kind of revealing like the mysteries of life. And how perfect is that? Because you have in the present right now the moon card, which came out in reverse. And you guys have certain things that are truths that are coming to surface. And also kind of maybe some inner conflict that's being resolved. Like you guys are really working here with others, but working with spirit as well, and working at resolving and surrendering to any of those maybe fears or anxieties or illusions, or maybe even belief systems that are keeping you from obtaining this wealth and abundance. But you guys have an amazing outcome here. You guys are ending the cycle. So this past energy here of maybe some issues with the financial aspects of your life, could be business, maybe wealth problems that have kind of caused you to withdraw emotionally. This is kind of a message from spirit to keep going and focus. Don't focus on this 10 of swords energy. Focus on your victory, your manifestations, and the big message is take charge and just be focused on what it is you're trying to obtain into your reality. But absolutely beautiful here. If we look at the dice as well, we have Gemini here, and Gemini is really good. I'm a Gemini, and we're really good at seeing all different angles of certain situations, whether they're maybe positive or negative. Like we can see kind of, the nitty-gritty behind everything. And it's also Gemini's the 3rd house, which is great for communication. And again, like I see you guys finally communicating. I feel like you guys are communicating and listening to that intuition and the higher self as well, because you have a victory in the entire energy of this new moon, and you are taking charge and moving forward with that Ace of Pentacles. So beautiful reading there. And the planetary dice that came out was Neptune. Now, Neptune governs kind of the dreams and the psychic powers and the creative intuition. And you have the sacral chakra as well, which is getting those creative juices flowing, using that imagination. And it just pairs so perfectly with this moon in reverse. I love it. You could be working on certain creative pursuits as well, pertaining to it could be maybe the film or photography industry. Those are really prominent in Neptune's energy as well. So overall, it looks like you guys are going to have a really powerful new moon. Focus on those manifestations, but most importantly, take charge, and you're going to be, oh, sorry, you're going to be bringing in that abundance there. Wonderful reading, guys. Hello, my beautiful Taurus souls. So, all right, if we take a look at the new new moon energies coming in for you guys. Wow, it's going to be a powerful shift, it feels like. You guys have a lot of cards and oracles here pertaining to your spiritual strength and awareness, and also working on kind of that shadow selves here. So that's absolutely beautiful. There is kind of a big message here about letting go and kind of letting that guard down, because there's a few cards kind of showing, like we've got the Four of Pentacles in the past, and that's kind of just showing you're a little bit guarded and you're not kind of fully opening up to that spiritual connection. But I feel like with these new moon energies coming in, it's going to kind of push you into that direction, and it's beautiful. Now, again, if we take a look at the dice here, we have the 12th house. And the 12th house is to do with the subconscious, the awareness to your spiritual strengths. And it can be hidden, certain hidden talents or hidden, I don't know if I want to say talents, but like hidden spiritual gifts that you guys have, and that's being pushed to the surface. But there is a big message here about making sure you guys are letting go and really being aware of what it is you're holding on to, whether it's certain belief systems that are not serving you. Because again, with the dice here, the 12th house also kind of represents the restrictions. Kind of, are there certain unhealthy patterns, maybe certain addictions or things that you're kind of falling back on? And how crazy is this? You also have Saturn, and Saturn is all about restrictions, following through on your certain actions and taking accountable for stuff, because you also have the Justice card. This is kind of this truth that's coming to you. This is fairness. So what are you putting out there in the universe is like what you're going to be getting back. But really beautiful cards here, because we also have the three. There's lots of threes here too. Look at the number threes in like numerology and that spiritual meaning. Like I personally love the threes. It's the Trinity, the mind, the body, and the soul. And I mean, maybe you're seeing lots of threes, 333, like the angel numbers, or maybe you're seeing threes on your clocks. But it's kind of a powerful energy regarding your thoughts as well. And it's kind of supporting your goals, your desires. And it's, important as well to be really aware and pay attention to your thoughts and what it is you're thinking and watching and getting involved with other conversations. Because if it's just going to be pertaining to negativity or kind of that fear-based, conversations or fear-based things that you're watching online, that's only going to attract more negativity into your life. But we have the Three of Wands, and we also have the Three of Pentacles, and these two cards are kind of representing the present and kind of the energy of the movement of this new moon energy for you guys. So this is like working with others, working with your inner self as well to progress and find that inner strength to maybe release any unhealthy patterns and let your guard down. Let like that loving divine spirit connection into your heart. That's really what's coming up here with the cards. The one dice we didn't go over yet was Aquarius. Now, that Aquarius energy is highly intuitive and very creative. They can sometimes be, that energy can be a little bit stubborn. So again, I mean, when I'm looking at this card, it just feels like a really like guarded, stubborn energy. But it's really about going within and working on that and surrendering to any triggers that are coming up, and just focusing on this beautiful Two of Cups energy, because you guys do have the strength and you have this wonderful spiritual, I feel like almost this new spiritual gift that's coming in and is going to kind of contribute with this new moon energy. So beautiful reading there. I'm wishing you guys lots of love and blessings on this new moon energy, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. All right, my beautiful Gemini souls, let's see what we have for you guys for this upcoming new moon. There's a lot of positivity about a victory and a success coming here, but it's about planting those seeds. It's like not rushing forward with hasty decisions. It's kind of like that slow and steady wins the race here, because we have beautiful oracles in terms of victory and success, but it's going to take patience. I feel like a lot of us, especially in this new 2024 dragon year, I mean, a lot of people are now following their kind of passions and their heart's desires, whether that's in love or business. I mean, they're following things that truly means something to them, which is a beautiful thing. But again, it's not about instant gratification. This is a slow and steady win the race. This is stable. So I feel like a lot of us Geminis, we have, for myself, I'm a Gemini, so we have all these wonderful intentions and positive things that we want to fulfill. But sometimes I think we can get a little bit distracted with maybe overthinking. And with these cards here, the near future is the Knight of Wands, and we've got the advice cards with the Fool and the Three of Wands, or Three of Swords, sorry, but they're both in reverse. Now, the the Fool reverse, it's like because we're charging forward with this new moon energy. I feel like we're all going to be, excited. We're going to have passion. We're going to be like barreling forward to the finish line. But it's important to plan and plant your seeds. You guys want a steady foundation, right? You guys want that connection with, whether it's even with business, you want your connection with your clients, you want a meaningful relationship. So you want to make sure that this isn't becoming a reckless energy, right? The Fool in reverse, a risk taker, or again, just like I'm feeling like maybe a reckless energy. So I know, and with this three of swords, I keep wanting to say wands, Three of Swords, I'm getting kind of two things. For one, it's kind of a healing time for us. This is a time where we're going to go within and, pull out all those weeds and anything that's not serving us and focusing on that inner connection with ourselves and with others. But I'm also getting like a really strong message in terms of be very careful of like what it is that you're telling yourself, because so many times we have like this loop going on in our head, and it's a lot of negative talk and like I'm not good enough, or I can't do this, or I don't have any abundance, or whatever it is, and you keep saying this over and over again, and it's just going to draw more self-sabotage to yourself and to what it is that you're really trying to invest in and create that stable, long-term, abundant future. So again, it's not about instant gratification. That's a big one for myself. Sometimes I get frustrated when I don't get that. So it's all about patience, planting the seeds, persistence, because if you are in this reckless energy, you're just going to keep hitting a brick wall, and there's going to be more delays and more disruptions, and it's going to, it's going to take a lot longer to get into that victory and successful energy. But overall, it looks like really positive. We have lots of, I feel like, ambitious and just like excited energies coming forward with this new moon. Now, if we take a look at the dice as well, we have the 10th house. And the 10th house is all about, again, that professional aspirations, how we, kind of our image to the public as well, because there's a lot about kind of self-sabotage as well, and how kind of like becoming our authentic self, and how we, uplift others and how others perceive our energy. So a lot about just planting those seeds and career achievements as well. And again, we have with the planetary dice, we have the sun that popped out. And yet again, this is pertaining to our core values, our personal identity, and our self-image. So again, if you don't like the way maybe your self-image is or how your energy is, I mean, you have the power to change that. It's just all about going within and being aware of what it is we're thinking and catching us, like catching those thoughts that are coming in, and then working to soften them, surrender to them, and then replace that with positivity and positive affirmations. The astrology dice that rolled out as well, we have Sagittarius and again, Sagittarius. So energy is really, I feel like, coming out for the Geminis in this new moon. And that Sagittarius energy is very adventurous. So again, it's like follow your heart, follow your passion, be adventurous, but at the same time, don't be reckless. And be careful. I'm feeling like be careful with your spending. Just focus on planting those seeds and developing that firm, solid foundation so you can kind of move forward and obtain this victory and success. So overall, wonderful energies for the new moon. Just remember, slow and steady wins the race. So it's not about instant gratification. Just continue to do that inner work, and that inner healing. Work on your forgiveness, work on your surrendering, and focus your passions on your victory and success. Wonderful Geminis, sending you guys lots of love, and blessings, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. All right, my lovely Cancers. So let's take a look at the energies for the new moon for you. Now, it looks like these new energies are going to be shaking up a lot pertaining to home, and family life. Now, you have here in the past, like the Hierophant. I feel like if your family and the background, your like history and your roots are very traditional, and maybe you had a really strict upbringing, because there's a lot of information here that is relating to like mental conflict, and it could be pertaining to, I mean, more of maybe the father side, or it could be even a husband or a brother or a son. But there's this energy of not standing up for yourself. Jump back here and look at the dice. It's quite amazing because we have here the fourth house. And again, the fourth house is pertaining to kind of your parents. It could be your home life. It's kind of related to, again, the roots and the history of who you are and where you came from. So your family, your ancestors, and kind of that connected energy. Now, in your current energy, the Knight of Wands showed up. So I feel like this new energy coming up is really going to push you into a new cycle. I feel like you're kind of ending, it feels like a karmic cycle, and you're entering into this new one where it's going to be a positive outcome. You have a happy phone, happy family, and a happy home. So I feel like a lot of disputes or just like, I want to say, like any drama or conflict that's happening within your home is going to be resolved. We have the present situation, the Queen of Pentacles, and that is like a loving, grounding, nurturing energy. And the overall energy is the Six of Cups. So again, that's like dealing with any maybe childhood traumas or the mental conflict that's coming in here from possibly the male side of the family. But it's all about standing your ground, and kind of choosing peace. I had another card that flew out and it said choose peace. So I feel like this is just a time to really sit down with family members, and kind of go through anything that's like, any walls or barriers, to like surrender to that, and kind of just have that heart to heart connection and conversation, because you have a lot of positivity with this new cycle here. It's just kind of staying out of it. Like, I feel like you guys have maybe been in this past energy, or it's kind of like this childhood trauma that has like carried with you and it's never fully been released, but this new moon is going to release that. So I do highly recommend like journaling through this time, writing down things you want to manifest, and just release and surrender to anything that's not serving your highest good and serving your relationships. Now, this is kind of a very specific message, but I am getting like if there is any like, toxic environments within your home, maybe it's related to maybe some abuse. It could be just mental or physical abuse, or it could even be like a domestic abuse. And I feel like if this is something that the energy that is, encompassing your situation, it's kind of time to stand your ground because I feel like if you're not doing that, things aren't going to get any better. So it's time to stand your ground and focus on mending that relationship or getting out of that relationship. If there's something that's not serving your highest good, you're going to be entering into a new cycle and you want that happy home life. And I see a lot of you guys achieving that. Very positive messages here with the near future. Just the main message is to stand your ground and to like leave and let go and surrender anything that's not serving you any longer. And if we look at the planetary dice that rolled out, we have the sun, and the sun's kind of representing our ego, like our identity. And kind of like a sense of purpose as well. So again, if anything's not serving your highest good, it's kind of time to stand your ground and release and surrender to what's not serving you. So you guys can, step into that positive, that positive reality that you guys are looking to manifest. And if we end with the Aquarius energy that was popping out here, now, again, that energy can be a very sensitive and creative and intellectual energy, but I feel like sometimes with that Aquarius, they can be sometimes maybe a little aloof, or they don't also want to partake in certain confrontations. But I think there is a message about stepping outside your comfort zone and standing up for yourself, because if you're avoiding certain confrontations, that by not standing up for who it is you truly are and what it is that you like, your authentic self and who you're becoming, you're gonna stay in the stuck energy of this Ten of Swords, and it's it's not a wonderful energy. It could represent insomnia, I mean, fears, anxiety. So you really want, and you've got that mental conflict card here. So it's about starting this new cycle pertaining to your family and home life and surrendering to any of those maybe traumas or triggers that have come up over the years or that are presently coming up as well. So lovely messages here for the Cancers. New cycle starting for you guys. You have the World as the advice card. So you guys have something very new. This energy with this new moon, I feel like is going to push you and give you that courage as well to stand up for yourself. So I'm sending you guys all lots of love and light on your journey, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Hello, my lovely Leos out there. Looking at the upcoming energies for you guys for this new moon in March. Wow, it looks like recently you guys have almost had a bit of like a wake-up call. If we quickly look at the oracles, you guys have had this deception and envy card come up, but there's some kind of awareness around it and then some healing that has taken place. So I feel like you guys have recently went through, or you recently have like had awareness of certain things that you want to pursue in your life, and you're going to finally set out to do that. This new moon energy is going to give you guys that extra push and nudge that you guys have needed. Because the past card came up as judgment, and this is your wake-up call. This is the inner truth. So a rebirth and something new like flourishing in your life. So really beautiful. Your guys' energy is like triumphing here with the Knight of Cups coming in like passionate. This is something that, I mean, I feel like something that is like completely new, not something you guys have ever done before. So it could be like maybe you're a, I don't know, an accountant and all of a sudden you start doing tarot readings or like something completely like 360 degrees different from what it is that you have spent your life doing, but you've had this kind of like judgment or wake up call to be doing something very specific. So it looks like these new energies are lovely and they're kind of pushing you through to have new ideas and new expansions towards that. If we look at the present moment, we have the Page of Cups, and this is the page is something youthful. So, you know, again, just getting, you know, maybe studying, going back to school, pertaining to like that inner knowledge and knowledge itself. It's quite interesting because if we look at the dice, the house that came up was the ninth house, and that represents like expeditions, kind of going the distance, and also kind of like matters of the creative mind and kind of learning new things. So it could be like something in terms of like the arts or just like certain your mindsets are changing and you have like this new outlook on life itself is what it seems like. um the overall energy is lovely. I love this, the Ace of Swords. So this is success in whatever it is that you're going to be pursuing. Lots of wonderful energy coming from this card. So again, lots of like breakthroughs, new ideas, because your near future is the Hangman, and paired with this Ace of Swords, it's just like this inner clarity and new ideas and breakthroughs that are coming through that are really going to propel you to the next stage of your life. And if we look at the advice cards, I mean, having the moon here, this could be certain fears and illusions, or just like the not knowing certain things. And with this deception and envy, I feel like there was some kind of truth or like inner awareness, something came to surface and it just had you like there was like an aha moment is what it feels like. And then everything kind of shifted from that aha moment, so to speak. The other advice card we have is the Page of Cups. Again, a very youthful energy. So this new moon is going to really like help you propel into just doing lots of, I feel, exploration. I feel like it could be even going back to school, taking courses, doing a lot of research, and just getting like obtaining knowledge for this new venture that you're going into. Now, if we look at the Cancer energy, it's a very like loving, nurturing, and loyal energy. And I feel like even though this like energy can be maybe a little bit reserved, I mean, when they need to take action or stand their ground, they will take the necessary steps needed to do so. And I see that that's what's happening here with this new energy coming in. I feel like they're going to, even though it might be a completely kind of change and shift in their reality, they're going to take certain steps to follow certain passions or follow their true like emotions and desires. And we also have the North Node here with the planetary dice. Now, this again is kind of what goes around comes around. It's the karmic cycle, and it's also like stepping into that new reality. So I feel like the Leos here are going to be really shifting quite largely with this new moon and shifting themselves into this new reality where they're getting all these lovely like new breakthroughs and ideas, and they're exploring tons of new options and opportunities in their life. So beautiful energy for the Leos there. I'm sending you guys lots of love and blessings, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Hello, my lovely Virgos. All right. So for this new moon energy, you guys, oh my goodness, there is so much movement happening here. You guys are going to be busy, or you guys have been so busy. There's um kind of like this energy of tons of, could be travel as well, but tons of like networking, social events. I feel like it's like a good time, but there's also lots relating to business here. So there could be lots of you traveling for a vacation, like a pleasure vacation. But I'm getting for a lot of you, you guys could be traveling for a work, maybe seminar or a work conference here, because let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of talking here. So let's open that throat chakra up here. You guys have beautiful material and spiritual prosperity. So you guys are really moving forward. This new moon energy is going to give you guys lots of like energy and just very like high vibrations. Especially if we look at the dice here, you have that Aries energy coming through, which is like a really kind of bold but very charismatic energy and just fun and um, driven. So I feel like you guys are networking here. We have with the energy of you guys and of the situation. You've got the three twice, the three of cups and the three of pentacles. So lots of getting together with other friends or business partners. And in the middle here with the present, you have the three of oh my goodness, I just didn't, I just like clued into, we have three, three, and three. And we can get into the spiritual meaning of threes. I mean, it's the Trinity, one of my favorites, you know, your the body, soul, and mind. And again, maybe you're seeing lots of threes, like angel numbers, but that is amazing. Look at that. Wow. But more or less, I feel like you guys could be planning a trip here, or it could be a work-related trip where it's going to involve lots of like networking and social, you know, social gatherings and events. Now, because that past energy is that Ten of Swords, but I feel like that's you guys like working your butts off. Like you guys are really like putting your nose to the ground and you guys are working really hard right now. Um, lots of and like that is resulting in this material and spiritual prosperity. So that's lovely. Now the near future here we have we have the King of Pentacles, which is again a very stable, like bold and like I feel like a boss energy. But there was another card that flew out, and it was the Ten of Wands. So that's why I'm feeling like this could also be work related, where you guys have a lot of responsibilities, and it could just be like heavy burden on your shoulders because you guys have a lot of things and a lot of events planned. I feel like maybe in a short amount of time. Maybe you have 3 days, you guys are going away to some event, and it's just going to be like constant networking, which can be like exhausting as well. Because I'm getting a lot about like just mental exhaustion. Like if you're sitting there hours on end talking and chatting, it can just be really draining. So for your advice cards, you've got the Page of Wands and the Sun. I feel like this is a beautiful sun. Like you guys could be going to maybe a sunny destination, um, or even like a vacation as well. And you guys are kind of like just getting to know people as well. There's a lot here about like hanging out with friends or, you know, meeting new people and networking, maybe expanding your business. So this could be like you traveling to maybe a convention center where you're meeting new people and you're talking and getting to know, you know, new people and expanding your knowledge and kind of getting different ideas, like working with other people and bouncing different ideas off of each other. So just lots of potential here for a positive next few weeks for you guys. And with that, like if it is a work-related business trip, I feel like there is going to be a bit of time for some fun and play as well. So, you know, there may be a lot of networking and work involved, but also I feel like you guys are also going to get to have some fun, maybe adventures or excursions, maybe the company is going to plan. or you and your family are going to be, and friends are going to be going on a little vacation and, you know, soaking up the rays. So that's beautiful. But if we look at this, the seventh house that came out as well, that's kind of related to also partnerships and business. So again, I am getting a lot about business for this, but there's a lot about cups too. You have the Three of Cups as well. So the seventh house could also be relating to certain contracts, relating to business, but it could be maybe even marriage or matters of the law. So possibly maybe there has been like a recent separation from a partner and you're kind of getting over that hump where you're ready to go out there and mingle with new people. Maybe you're going on a vacation with some buddies here and you're just going to go have a good time. So overall, wonderful energies coming out for you guys for the new moon in March, on March 10th. Looks like, you know, get ready for to be a social butterfly is more or less what's coming through here, because it's going to be a lot about mingling with other people and just getting out there and having fun. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Sending you guys lots of love and blessings. Bye for now. Hello, my Libra souls out there. You guys have a really interesting tarot spread that came out here for the upcoming energies in March. Now, you guys have 4 pages. Now, this is going to be, I feel like there's some very specific kind of messages coming through. So please take what resonates and leave what does not. But there's a lot in here about the Libras that are maybe working in the school system, specifically like an elementary school, because you have like 4 pages here. You have, in the past, you have the Page of Swords, and then in the near future with the aspect cards, you have the Page of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands as well. So kind of backing up and looking at the oracle cards, you've got emotional loss and conflict and defeat, but it's also accompanied with a victory and success. So I'm not sure if there's kind of a few different messages coming in here. So kind of to continue down the message with anyone who is maybe working in the school education, I feel like there's been a lot of kind of hiccups along the way. Like I truly think that our school system is pretty broken. That's kind of for another topic, but I feel like you guys are really making an effort to kind of connect with the children and making it a positive experience for them, and understanding that each child works and learns differently. So kind of seeing like some of these children that are maybe struggling or kind of like feel like defeated. I feel like you're coming in here with new ideas and new, kind of like a fresh new perspective on the teaching system itself. So maybe even you're a principal or someone who can implement certain things within the school system, or even maybe a parent that's very involved. But I'm getting a lot about specifically elementary school. And that page energy is just a very youthful energy, very curious, maybe naive, but they have that spark and that curiosity to learn. So having 4 pages in this reading is just wonderful. It really signifies generally like education playing a big role in your life. It could be certain apprenticeships as well. But I'm seeing in terms of this reading, kind of the 4 pages is also resembling kind of maybe the Libra's role as an educator or a teacher in your field. It doesn't necessarily have to specifically be an elementary school, but you could even be like a teacher in a certain industry as well, or a leader. But definitely a lot of youthful energy coming out here. It's quite interesting as well, because we have here The third house, which represents siblings. And again, like you could also have lots of siblings, maybe, or sorry, like younger siblings as well, where you are working at cutting any like cords and you guys are connecting at a deeper level. You could also be maybe a parent and you have your children leaving and going off to school. So that's kind of, there's lots of stuff coming in pertaining to that. But the third house is kind of all about representing your siblings, and also it represents elementary schools too. So that's something that was quite interesting. And something that caught my eye with this emotional loss and conflict and defeat was the number 5. So you have the 5 twice here, and 5 is like a major shift. Like it's kind of this symbolism that there's major changes on the horizon. So if you're like kind of feeling stuck or stagnant, and especially like if you're working within the school system, I feel like this is a message kind of saying that the school systems are there's going to be significant changes in that. Um, so just big transformations happening, and it is going to lead to a victory and success. So that is beautiful. Now in the energy of it though, it's kind of that 4 of Cups, which is, I feel like the kids are just really bored, and it's like there's no customization within the classrooms as well. There's just such a disconnect and there's boredom, and it's just not being handled the proper way. But it's really nice in the present situation, as well as kind of, this is the present and then this is the energy of the entire situation. So it's like there's these new perspectives coming into play, and we're going to be moving away from the way that we're currently, I feel like operating maybe the school system. So it's just a very specific message. So I feel like this is more pertaining to people that are working, or the Libras that are working in the school settings. And it can also indicate maybe if you're starting a new business or working with maybe a daycare, for example, or just working with a lot of younger individuals. So just a lot of youthful energy here, because we've got the page, all of the pages, the cups, the swords, the wands, and the pentacles. And there was another card that did fly out underneath the page of wands in one of the aspects cards, and it was the 10 of wands. So again, this is a heavy load and a heavy burden, and I feel like this is pertaining to the children. And it's just going to show that the way the school systems are currently running, it's not working. Maybe many Libras out there that are going to be actively working on creating new ideas and new perspectives to kind of change that process. Because with those 2 5s there as well, there's definitely big changes on the horizon. And if we look at the remainder of the dice here, we have Saturn, like what's holding you back, certain restrictions, and we also have Taurus here as well. And if we look at the Taurus energy, that's kind of that resistance to change and releasing to what is no longer serving you. So again, I think there's just lots of changes and just very big shifts that are on the horizon. And I think with this new moon, it's definitely going to be pushing some shifts. Maybe we're going to be hearing some new news pertaining to the school systems as well. So that was a very specific one, but overall it looks positive. It looks like we're going to be changing gears and seeing a lot more, I feel like kind of one-on-one work with our children to kind of help them flourish in the way that they're meant to flourish. So I'm wishing you Libras all the best, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye for now. Hello, Scorpio. My goodness, you guys have some major blessings coming your way. Um, oh my goodness, a lot of I feel like abundance is coming into you guys. It's coming in for you guys with this new moon. Um, there is a big message to be a little careful with your finances, because I think there could be maybe a little bit of temptation, but you guys have it like all here. You have in the 10 of Cups, you have the 10 of Pentacles, and the near future, you have the World. So I feel like you guys could even be getting I don't necessarily want to say win the lottery, but you kind of like hit the jackpot. You guys have this fulfilling career that is like taking off, or you could even be getting some kind of an inheritance as well. But this is generational wealth. This is a lot of abundance coming your way. And you guys are like rejoicing in celebration. This is something that Spirit is giving to you. This is your destiny. You guys deserve this. Um, but there is also a big message here in terms of like, make sure you guys are listening to Spirit and having that spiritual connection as well. Because in um the general overview of the energy here, we've got Four of Cups. So this could sometimes be a disconnect. Now, I do feel like whatever this abundance coming to you is something that is destined to happen. But just make sure you are connecting with Spirit, because you have a little bit of a possible hiccup coming up with the advice cards, because you do have the Tower, and you have this temptation card that fell out as well. And I feel like this could be like if you guys are receiving a large sum of money or winning like a windfall or maybe inheritance, you guys might go out and celebrate, have some drinks, have a good time. But there could be this temptation to overspend. And I feel like I'm getting a lot about gambling for some reason. So make sure you're not, gambling this money away. Like you don't want to turn your back and walk away from Spirit. You want to connect with them, because you can really use this money and this abundance to your advantage. You can, with this World card in the near future, this is about like fulfilling your desires. You guys can, this is a new start and a new cycle for you guys. So, big message for being clear on what it is that you want to do with this abundance. And also I feel like this is maybe set some boundaries with what it is that you're going to be investing your money in as well, because you don't want it to come crashing and burning and tumbling down. If we look at the dice, we have the second house here, and this represents, you got it, money. This is your personal, your belongings to monetary items. And so it's like, be careful. Don't just, willy-nilly throw your money out down on the table. If we look at the Gemini energy here, I'm really getting like a bit of a devious energy as well. So I feel 10 of Pentacles and the temptation and kind of the devious energy of Gemini. It's kind of like, say if you do, have a windfall where you have a big, large lump sum of money coming into you. It's like all these people out of the woodworks are like showing up and asking for handouts. And I really get here, like, it's not about completely shutting them out. I mean, ultimately, it's up to you how you spend your abundance. But it's just there's a lot here about being reserved with your wealth right now, and just really thinking things through about how you want to proceed with how investing it. And again, with the planetary placement, we have Venus, and that can be pertaining to your relationships. And it can also be like that love language and desire. And it's interesting because you've got this beautiful 10 of Cups, which is a happy home life, happy family. And I mean, maybe you want to buy something nice for them and, maybe provide them something, I'm thinking extravagant or luxurious. was the word that I'm looking for. But again, just lots of messages about being careful with the temptation of maybe overspending. Because it could be about maybe alluring, or like there could be other things trying to like lure you in, because you are glowing up. You have all these amazing things coming into you, lots of abundance coming in for you, Scorpio. So just be careful on how you're managing that abundance. Overall, I'm wishing you guys a wonderful blessings and new moon energies coming in for you guys, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye for now. Hello, Sagittarius. My goodness, there has been so many zodiacs that have just so much abundance coming towards you with this new moon in March. You guys have a very similar reading to Scorpio. Lots of abundance and windfalls coming in here. We have triumph in success and rejoice in celebration. I feel like you guys are receiving lots of abundance through business. I'm really getting with you guys, maybe like a family business, or like you guys are expanding a kind of, a mama bear or papa shop, and you guys are really getting large. You guys have lots of clients coming in. You guys are collaborating. You have the Three of Pentacles here with the 10 of Pentacles, and on top of that you also have the Ace of Pentacles. So you guys have so much stability here, and it's something that you guys love to do. The near future is the Knight of Cups. This is something you guys are passionate about. You guys have lots of good ideas. And people were like loving your business. Like, I just like, people love your services. People are flocking to you guys. So really successful energies coming in here. If we look at the dice again, the seventh house is representing partnerships and business. So I feel like this could be like romantic partnerships, but this is also pertaining to business. So with this 10 of Cups here in the past, I feel like this is a really happy family and a home. And I feel like maybe you and your partners could have started a business together that's flourishing. It's really going to start to pick up. If it hasn't, you guys are going to get really busy, is what it feels like. Because if we also look at, let's see here, the astrology sign, we have Aries, and that is like impulsive, that's competitive. So I feel like you guys have a competitive business, and people are like coming to you out of impulse. Like, they're just very attracted. You guys have a very attractive maybe storefront or business plan, and maybe investors, like maybe investors are very attracted. Like, you guys are trying to expand and kind of make this like, this is like general wealth, like generational wealth, right? And if you guys are looking to maybe expand your storefront here, like your business plan is really attractive to investors as well, as what it feels like, because you guys are celebrating. So there's some really amazing things coming in for you, Sagittarius. In terms of the near future and the advice, I mean, this is maybe a slower energy. So if you guys are looking to expand, maybe just do your research a little bit, because this is kind of like planting your seeds, growing, expanding over the horizon. So maybe if you guys are like a little local mom and pop shop, you guys are maybe looking to expand worldwide possibly. And like, you guys have it all here. Lots of positive growth for your business, and relationships with people. Like, people are loving you guys. You guys are just glowing up, just beautiful energies. There's really nothing negative coming out of your reading here. If we look at, let's see here, we have the planetary dice in Mars. Sorry. Mars is pertaining to, it could be like a call to action, or just like ambitious as well. So you guys are like really ambitious ambitious moving forward with planning certain, planting those seeds and planning your next step or your next phase for your company. And just absolutely beautiful. I love this. Now, with that Mars energy here, I would just suggest maybe kind of it's associated with action. So sometimes, you know, this is a slower moving energy. So if you guys are working with maybe or looking to have certain investors in your company, it's kind of like a call to, with this Mars energy, to kind of be assertive and take action, because if you kind of just sit back and think about it for a long amount of time, that opportunity might pass you by. That's the only kind of thing that's popping out in terms of advice, but very beautiful oracles, very beautiful tarot, wonderful reading. So I'm wishing you guys a wonderful new moon. Looks like you guys have some amazing and abundant energy coming in. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, my lovely Capricorns. All right, so the new energies for the new moon for you guys is looking to be really amazing here. We have some lovely oracles and tarot. So if we take a look at the starting off with the dice here, we have the 11th house, and the 11th house is kind of that role of the community and collaboration and receiving support from others and giving back. And I feel like there's a lot of messages and a lot of symbolism here coming out about you Capricorns kind of working with others and helping them through a tough time. Like you guys have some like wonderful oracles with material harvest and positive movement forward. But what is really like catching my eye here is you guys also have 3 kings. You got the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. And I'm really feeling like with these 3 kings and the near future and some of the advice cards here, it's about you guys. I feel like you guys are like successful, maybe business coaches or like entrepreneurs, and you are helping people through tough situations, because we also have this oracle card, heartache and loss. And I really don't feel like this is necessarily the Capricorn's energy moving forward. I feel like you guys with all these kings are helping people move forward from maybe you guys are doing counseling or coaching, because the past energy is the sun. This is a beautiful, one of my favorite cards in the deck, and you guys are helping people get through this tough time with this pentacles here. Now, if we also look at the planetary dice, we have Uranus, and Uranus is also pertaining to kind of the expansion of knowledge. So again, it's really like these kings are very knowledgeable. They know what they're doing. They are very abundant, and they're very good. Like people love to get advice from you. They're very supportive individuals. And I feel like you guys are helping them through any fears or anxieties that they're having. Maybe you guys can be like a psychic medium and you're helping them with their loved ones that have crossed over. So very beautiful energies coming through for you guys. But yeah, you're moving forward into this positive movement, and you're using that artistic expression. I love it. Really beautiful. Oh, and as well as we didn't go over the Capricorn energy. Now this is, or I'm sorry, no, this is the Cancer energy. And that's kind of like an emotional, troubling energy is what I'm getting. And it's kind of like, having that in like trouble with interpersonal relationships. And this is a lot about kind of forming that, you know, giving back, working with the community and forming that connection again, because there's kind of that disconnect with the heartache and loss card. And I think there's as well as with the earth. There's lots of shifts and movements happening with the world right now. And I think there's going to be a lot of people kind of getting in that fear-based mentality. And I think you Capricorns are going to be fantastic coaches and supporters. You're really going to be getting out there into the community and giving a helping hand and helping others kind of achieve that release and being able to like successfully help them move forward. So wonderful energies. Wishing you guys all the best, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Hello, Aquarius souls out there. All right, so if we take a look at the energies coming forward for you guys for this new moon in March, you guys have a lot of transformation, but also protection from spirit, from your angels. You have the 11th house here, and this is all about, again, community collaboration and kind of that support that we receive from others. And I feel like you are kind of getting a nudge from spirit. There's this spiritual strength linked with your heart chakra as well as balance. I feel like spirit's kind of like nudging you to turn and go into a different direction. Because if we kind of take a look at the present, you guys have the Eight of Cups, and then you're moving away. And you are ultimately going to enter into this victory, but there's this energy that's coming in with the new moon. I feel like it is going to cause a little bit of shakeup and stirs. We have the tower as kind of the energy that's the new moon is bringing to you guys. So there's going to be, I believe, like sudden transformations happening that could be pertaining to your spiritual self and your strengths. Now, I feel like this can be like a very deep connection that you have with the divine, or like certain gifts that are coming to surface. I feel like, pay attention to your dreams at night as well, because I feel like spirit is going to be connecting or contacting you, and there's going to be messages or kind of like these aha moments coming through your dream states. So, I mean, you have beautiful transformation coming in here, but again, just a little bit of a shakeup, maybe a little bit more of a challenging few weeks. If we look at the Scorpio energy, again, transformation. And this is like being very brutally like honest, this energy, and it can be a little exhausting. So it's important to kind of stay resilient, focus on self-love, and go within and focus on this heart chakra and your spiritual strengths, because you guys have so much love and so much protection. 11, you got the 11 here as well. So kind of just drawing like that 11 as well as the 11 houses. 11 is carries a very like heightened level of spiritual significance, and it's a very like specific and unique vibration. And with this spiritual strength as well, like you guys are receiving, I feel like almost an upgrade within your body, within your environment, within your manifestations. So just don't, even though you have a bit of a tower moment here, this isn't necessarily always like devastating. This is just a sudden change. So stay positive and be aware of what it is that is entering into your reality, working with manifestation techniques and law of attractions, and going really within and meditation as well is really going to connect you to your inner self. So again, wonderful energies coming in here. And if we look at the planetary dice, we have the North Node, the Moon, and this is again pertaining to the karmic cycle. So I feel like you guys have this other reality entering, and it's going to be a wonderful success. You guys are going to have a victory in certain spiritual strengths that you didn't even know you had. So wonderful energies, my lovely Aquarius, sending you guys lots of love and blessings on the journey, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now. Hello, my lovely Pisces. All right, to end the energies with you guys. Now, you guys have probably the most unique energies out of all the zodiac signs because I feel like most of them have been pertaining to business and finances, and you guys have this softer, feminine news cycle starting, and it's kind of pertaining to I mean, it can be pertaining to new partnerships in business, but I'm really getting for this particular reading. So take what resonates and leave what does not. But I'm getting a lot of this is pertaining to your love life and coming together in union and partnership with that person you love, and maybe even having some little babies coming along here. So we have a lot indicating fertility, offsprings. I mean, if we look at the fifth house that came up for you guys, it kind of rules relationships, creativity, and offsprings. And you also have a fertility card. And on top of that, we've got the near future with the Four of Wands. This could be a celebration. So again, there could be maybe happy events happening. You guys could maybe be going to a wedding or maybe getting married. There's definitely right now, there's a new cycle starting. You guys have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Hierophant in this reading is really pulling together in terms of almost like a marriage is what it feels like, or some kind of a union, a traditional ceremony. Maybe the baptism of a child. But you guys are getting your wish fulfillment here. It's really wonderful cards coming up. And with the Hanged Man as well, you have, this is like new perspectives. This is a new start coming in for you and your family. A lot of love, a lot of union, just a beautiful tarot spread that came out for you guys. And it's quite interesting as well because the past had the 10 of Wands and your advice cards that has the 10 of Swords, but in reverse. And I keep thinking this could be in regards to maybe even getting pregnant, or kind of like issues with fertility. So if there has been a struggle in the past, I feel like there has been some healing that has occurred, and you guys are like getting your wish fulfillment. So I really feel very heavily this reading is linked to kind of family and fertility. So absolutely beautiful. And as well, if we look at the dice here with it looks like the planetary placement of Mars, that is also pertaining to action. And it can also to do with like the libido as well. So maybe you guys are also outsourcing and looking at other options if you guys are trying to maybe try to attend some fertility clinics, or something of that matter. But it looks like there's definitely a successful, happy ending that will take place for you guys. So that's lovely. And then we also have the Aquarius energy. And I'm really getting what I'm getting from this Aquarius and the Hangman is kind of contemplation. So again, if you guys are having any trouble conceiving, maybe naturally, I'm really getting kind of looking at other options, maybe even adoption, or again, like maybe in vitro or fertility clinics that can have that will be really successful in what you guys are looking to achieve. So again, very beautiful energies. It looks like you guys are going to have some exciting energies coming towards you guys. Sending you guys lots of love, blessings on your journey, and we'll talk to you guys again. Bye for now.